Okay, well, let us switch maps then, and we'll begin. I don't know if we'll have any sound effects tonight, but I'm not wasting any more time. Let's just dive into this. Oh, might help if I have the map open. Yeah, it was unfortunate. I spent like most of the day hooking that all up, and then the network crashed, and after that, nothing worked again. So
It stinks.
I'm glad I don't do this for a living. Oh, did I load the wrong campaign up? I did. One sec, sorry.
Hey James, you still there?
Oh yeah.
I just wondered, your mic was lit up like constantly, like it stays green. So I just wasn't sure if you'd disconnected.
I'll go to push to talk. Probably be easier. Oh no, it's not.
For some reason in my head, I remember the stairs being wider.
I think they're 10 feet across.
How tall is the ceiling on the stairwell and in the room?
15.
Okay.
So basically, is the top of these stairs effectively like outside then? Like if I moved one more space to the north, would I be outdoors, or is there like more
I would say
stairs?
you're outdoors now.
Oh, okay. Like
Let
I'm
me
just
switch you back real quick. Let's switch everybody back to the map so we can take a quick look at it.
yeah, I can't really see much.
Still coming up for me.
Yeah, because the top of the stairs looks like it's only 5 feet wide.
Oh yeah, well that's because I made one map and the other one came with the adventure, and I didn't catch that. So
So
If it pours out into the top, we'll just pretend as though the hallway narrows at the top or something.
yeah, that's my assumption.
no, I'm fixing it. Damn it! All right. I didn't realize how many pieces there were to this map.
Oh, these are all basically just assets you sort of slap down to assemble it.
Exactly.
Oh, nice.
Wow, that thing's really low though. All right, well, it's gonna delete some pieces here. Am I finally at the? There, I'm finally there.
I do recognize the vile tiles here.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, just make that top square there. So it's about 7 or 8 feet, and then you're underground. So that we're Nasir standing below is above. If that makes any sense.
All right. So, like, from where Nasir is standing now on the stairs, could I move? Could I technically move like east or west off the stairs and be like on the
Yeah.
on? Okay.
Good enough. I don't want to play with this anymore. There are so many little pieces here. Okay, so let me switch back to the other map then.
Ah. Okay, I see. So you move east but not west because the orientation. Gotcha.
Oh, it's just because I haven't moved the lighting. Let's just ditch that wall. All these little pieces. There you go. Now you should be able to move around. Okay. In which case, actually, I'll move everybody, but I'll move you back down. Yeah, that makes more sense. And let's just get these guys off the map. Just ignore where they are. Where are the familiars at upstairs?
Mine's downstairs.
Oil can's
Yeah,
down
they're all
here.
down here.
Okay.
Are you just leaving me on the top map so I can't actually see what's happening down there?
Exactly.
But I'm going to be moving down the stairs in a second, so
I'll move you down then as soon as you can. But now at least you can test if you can move to the side too. Oh, is this slow tonight? Come on. Okay, good. So, I guess I'll move you down now anyways, because Willie's down there. And he's got top of the round. So where we left off then from last week was we had the large brawny guy who was having lunch or whatever it was with the two other guys, breakfast or something there, and they're playing cards. You guys charged in, you slew those two. He was demanding your surrender. Not sure where we wrapped up on that part, but the rounds went around and we were going to begin initiative. Then you hear noises from all around you, from all the various rooms, from doors all over the place here, scrumbling around as people are being alerted to what's going on. And we began with the top of the round with Willie.
all right. I'm going to demand that Willie scout west for me. All right, so he's going to go through that wall.
Which wall? That one right there?
Yep.
You may have to change his token, or do you want to give? There you go.
Okay, and then he's going to go north. There's nothing there.
Oh, did you light up in that room or anything?
All I see is blackness. So,
Oh.
like, does that mean that I'm not seeing what I'm supposed to see, or does that mean that Willie's still basically kind of like in the stonework between the rooms?
I don't know. It worked in the last room, didn't it?
Yeah, it definitely did. I saw the other room.
let's move you up even more, see what happens. How weird that this went away. Would you change? Did you change something on your side?
Nope.
Okay.
I just
Alright.
moved the token.
I'm going to change him.
Still nothing.
Does he have dark vision? What is his vision type?
Don't know. I can't see that. I don't believe.
No, I mean for Willie. What can he normally do?
He has 120 feet of dark vision. So yeah. So if there's if the room is darkened, then he should be able to see.
So glad we're switching over to this new lighting system, which I can't seem to get to work.
Yeah, it seems they're hit or miss.
Actually, I'm going to hit refresh button because I actually had this exact problem earlier today when I was playing around with the dynamic lighting, and for some reason my dark vision just stopped working. I couldn't figure out what it was. I just refreshed the page and it started working again. So let me see if that actually works for me. Reading core rulebooks.
Turn the vision off. Turn the vision on. Night vision on. 120 feet. Night vision effects none.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can see it now. So yeah, it was literally just required to refresh. Because for when I was testing, I was literally just basically like moving a token around a test page, and the night vision just literally just stopped working. I couldn't figure out what the issue was, but when I hit F5, it started working again.
Okay, well that's nice since they're deactivating the other one within like a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Right.
So then I think he doesn't have enough to phase through the wall, so I guess he's done. But he at least lets me know what's going on.
Okay, so the room you went into, the bottom room below, pretty self-explanatory. You saw what was in there. The other one, though, is some sort of barracks room. It has a couple of beds in it. A guy who's getting up from sleeping on the other side. And that's about it. It had like a very low light. Looks like it had been burned out in the middle of the room.
Okay, so yeah. So I didn't really see much there. So that was unfortunately not what I was looking for. But okay. Them's the breaks. I just told Willie to go west, so he did it.
Okay. Anything else?
No. Are we using the system that allows us to basically sort of press the thing to change turns?
It didn't pop up?
I do not see it currently.
You're right. I don't either. And I have the initiatives up here still from last time.
I've had to restart my API sandbox with that every time we play a game on Sundays.
Maybe you can click the previous turn for. Oh, that's Orden Cat. Yeah.
It's super
nice.
easy though. No, it's super easy.
I know. It's just funny that we're sort of buggy here tonight.
Right.
Technology.
You can. It's cool though. You can open up another tab of the same
That's
game.
what I'm doing.
Yeah, and then go in.
The right game.
I think you guys taught me that, but
Yeah.
I didn't realize you could have two instances of the same game open at once.
What's interesting is you have two maps open of different games, and then what happens when you refresh, you end up at a random one. Okay.
Totally.
And restart API.
There it is.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, one of the APIs conflicts. It's creating that, but all you have to do is just restart it every time, and it works great.
Alrighty. So then Nasir is going to spend the turn into and yell, up the stairs, back. 1, 2, 3. I think you can see Augment from there. So he's going to 2 grave bolts at him.
Nice.
So 10 necrotic all told. Then he's going to go right back up the stairs. And he'll command his undead spirit to basically take a chunk out of him. Let's see. Hold on, let me just read his ability there. Yeah, damn it, can't really do this all that well. So I think only place he can safely go is right there. Oh no, wait, he can actually go here. That'll work without making a Thorin puke. So he goes Rotting Claw against him.
That'll hit.
So 7 slashing, and I don't think he's poisoned currently, so nothing else. And he is done. I think I can't change it because it says the Acolyte's turn.
Okay. The big guy blocks you with his sword, ripping it up into sort of a parry motion and batting aside the rotting claw.
Oh, I thought you said it hits. Never mind.
I thought it did too, but then I see his parry, which adds 3 to his AC.
Oh, okay. So use his reaction to do that then.
Yes.
Okay, that's perfectly fine too. I like that even better. But I cannot click the EOT since it's currently on the Acolyte. But I'm done.
He's dead. Which one is that? I want to move him to the dead map.
Ooh, they're going to add bay leaf to the stew.
So a door opens up north of you, Mal. I don't know if you can see it or not.
I can, but everything just went dark. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You know what? We're going to switch back to the other vision level. Back to legacy lighting. Enable.
Well, it went explorer mode, so everything is grayed out and everybody's gone except for me.
Yeah, I'm done with that for tonight. We've already had enough issues this evening. And save settings.
I'm like, oh, darkness spell. Ooh. Yep, there we are.
How's everybody's vision now? Anybody not be able to see?
Yeah,
Looks the
I
same.
can see it.
I can see right.
Yeah, I can see everything.
Yay!
I can see everything except for the room that Willie explored. Like that's because that feature is turned off now.
Well, then let's just put him back in there, back in for more time.
Oh, okay,
There. All right.
cool.
Good enough. So the door to the north opens up, and a half elf, or maybe an elf, pops his head out. You can't really tell from there. Looks over, sort of sizes up the situation, slams the door shut, and you hear in a booming voice that sort of almost echoes the walls, "We're under assault. This is your chance, men. Do what I trained you."
Oh boy.
And he's done. Good enough. Where's this guy at? All right, he spends a round getting dressed. Your turn, Mal.
All right. Mal is going to take a shot at the big guy. Let me make sure I'm on range here. Oh, nope. I'll move up 1 and pluck him twice with his crossbow. Actually, just once. 16.
That's gonna hit.
Oh, nice. And we get sneak on that. 18.
Shot slams into his right shoulder, passes by the armor. He screams out in pain, glaring over at you.
He smiles. How about the second one? 10. Oh, wait. No, he's not advantage. All right, and then Mal's going to run up the stairs. 10, 15. And he's going to use his last 5 feet to get on the wall here, so he's kind of out of the way.
Okay.
So he'll just run up the side of the wall. I'll put a little wings on him. And that will be it for Mal. Oilcane's going to join him.
Squeak, squeak.
He can actually move further. But he's up in the rafters.
Okay. He flies out into the open sky above.
Okay. He'll find a column. And that's all she wrote.
So Thorin, you're ways off all by yourself over there. Oops.
All right. All right. Thorn's gonna start slashing at him. Take his 3 attacks.
Unless you have advantage, only the second 2 hit.
All right, that's better than. All right, so 13 and then 10. 23.
Good lord. Okay. Slashing across the sky.
Hello, guys.
Yeah. First slice crushes across one direction, the other slice goes across him in another direction. Oops, I just got you instead. Let me give you my 23.
I was like, what happened?
And you take all of it instead. I wonder why the AC.
He
goes up. You're
parried me.
post. You're so
The
close.
Rune Warrior.
Wow, he's moving so slow. I click it and I can actually see the little circles come out one by one with a second
Man.
delay between them.
My heart jumped right there for a second. I was like, dude, this dude just killed me. I was like, oh no. All right, and then on that Thorn is going to start booking it towards that door. All right, I want to use to run past him and get into the entrance, like right next to the entrance of the door.
Okay.
Use it to hold open the door and just kind of wait for Gordon to get in there.
Cool. You swing by him, but he doesn't have a reaction left, so he just can't swing at you as you go rushing by.
All right.
You
Nice.
you can get up in there, Thorn. If you have enough, and I think you got 40 feet of movement.
I can. Yeah, I was trying to kind of like, you can like set them between 2 tiles and kind of like try to see out there too.
Right.
I'll try to angle them so I can try to see out the doors and stuff like that too. I have a haste on still, I believe, so I have 60 movement.
Oh, wow. That's pretty awesome.
So until that concentration, I think it's been, probably 3 turns since we've entered this here.
This is third turn. I think you have it, right?
I
This
think this is the second, but it could third is fine too. It's
you
not
had one
gonna be
surprise round, and then this is
second round.
yeah.
And I
It's
cast it before combat, so add another turn for that. So yeah, I guess this would be the third.
Fair. 2 concentration breaks, got like 7 more turns.
You all done?
Yep. Oh, sorry, I forgot to click that. There you go.
Where is this guy at? door to the north of you, Orden, you can see pop open quickly. You see a flash of a person who then fires a round off and slams the door shut behind himself. And his little hand crossbow bolt comes shooting across the room at you, misses you with a 6 though.
Coward!
Bounces
He'll
off the
yell
ceiling
after the
somewhere
door.
along the way and bounces back down again, and then he disappears back behind the door.
Gordon will mock him a little bit. Afraid of a wee lad like me?
Alright, this door thing is going to get annoying. Having to open and close, bounce to the light layer, move the door, close the light. The next round, the door to your right pops open. It's like a little groundhog thing. Door pops open, you hear a guy mutter some words, and you see a flash of light at you. This shouldn't be too bad, though. I believe it's a wisdom save. No, it's a dex save. Make a dex save, Orden.
I am going to use my reaction in arcane deflection to add 4 to this dex save.
Nice.
Ha!
Almost.
Just. No.
Oh no.
Oh, almost. I counted 12. Oh well.
So a whole 8 points. So this fire comes down from the heavens and burns over you. You recognize the spell immediately. His radiant, sacred flame. And then he dives back out of the way and slams the door shut. And it's your turn, Ord.
What I was going to do, but this guy's still on his feet, right?
The big guy?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Barely. You don't know how he's still on his feet. He's got wounds enough to have killed 3 or 4 people.
How injured does he look to Orden? Like he's swaying, barely standing, or is
Barely
he still...
standing. You can see by the dark red circle all around him. Hopefully you can still see that.
I can. I was more just for flavor's sake, like how he looked.
So yes, I mean, he barely looks like he's holding his sword. There's a weird maniacal gleam in his eye, but any other normal man would have collapsed by now and run away.
All right. Just to make sure he stays down, we're gonna magic missile him 3 times. Well, I mean, there's 3 missiles, I believe.
9 points. First shot hits him. He spins over. You see him lift his sword up sort of a square. The second shot slams into him and he spits at you, and the third shot drops him to the ground.
Woohoo!
Sorry, guys. I know that wasn't what we planned, but better to make sure he's down, I figure.
That's one miss.
That will do it. And then Gary's just gonna fly up here next to oil can. And that'll be it for him.
she pushed it over. I was just waiting for you to say something. Okay. Ah,
Woo.
Uh-oh.
wrong layer.
He can control the building.
Yes, he can.
Layer action.
Is the Ozymandias your name choice, or was that the?
It's one of theirs. Again, it's unimaginative, but I have to give them some credit. This game, I think this module was written like in the early 80s, late 70s. It's one of the originals. So it's like, okay, well, this is back when they ripped off the names of everything. I was looking at the Forgotten Realms, which is a Gygax world, and it's like, this whole thing is cultural appropriation. Every single country. But, oh well.
Yikes.
Okay.
What was that, Thorn?
That elf guy, he's yelled out in the sun. And he boomed out to everybody. It sounded like he might be a magic user. You've done the same thing, like type thing.
Orden will say yes. It's a priest trick. You've probably heard him do it before too.
Yeah, that's what he was thinking.
Yeah, so just remember, basically, he has disadvantage on the attack if he can't actually see you to attack him with the axe.
So yes, while you're there, Orden, this axe
Look out!
floats up out of the air. And I'm just going to first roll a d3 to see if it even hits a square whatever you were in, because he can't see any of those squares. No. He swings to the square to the right of him, in front of you, Thorin. This axe appears out of nowhere, swings through the air right in front of you in the space that you thought about being half in, half out of, and then just sort of floats there in the air. At this point, you hear a door open up, and you hear another door, and you hear another person's voice, somewhat old-sounding, yelling out, "What are you all doing? Don't kill them! Don't kill them! We'll never get off this damn island!" Don't attack! Sorry about that! Back of the round, Willie.
All right. Let's see. Willie will go. Can't get it out. Can you put him here, please?
Oh. Objects. I'm over the wrong layer too. Wish I had a way to give a person ability to pass through. I wonder if I can actually. I better not.
Everybody heard the old voice call out and say that, right?
Yeah, I think I need to have like DM privileges for that, so I don't think there's any other way. At least none that I've seen.
I'll have to play with that someday. Okay.
So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Then kind of go north for 25, 30. Okay. Hello.
So in that room, you see one obviously military man who's just strapping on the last of his armor, and you see a cleric who looks to be concentrating on some sort of spell. An old cleric, though.
All right. As he goes by, Willie will just be like, "Death comes." 35, 40, and can I go one to the east for 45, 50?
In this room, there's another military man, and there is a an elf in there who has a bow in his hand, and he's listening to. He has something cupped up against the side of his ear. He's listening to, and it looks like he's sort of shouting orders at it.
Now that's interesting. All right, Willie's just gonna hide here and observe him, and try and figure out what he was doing, and he'll be done. And so it's 1, 2, 3. All right, Nasir. All right, Nasir's like Nasir says 5 to the west. 5 to the west. One bowman, 1 cleric. And he will. Yeah, he can't really do anything without basically breaking concentration, I don't think, because everything else he has is concentration spells. Oh, nope, wait. Oh no, he can. All right, he will cast minor illusion on the stairwell, making it sound like a whole squad of like armed men are basically outside up in the rune temple. You know, basically sounds of armor jingling. You know, shouts of men, orders being given. You know, basically like we have a whole bunch of backup upstairs, and then this Nasir will basically move up the stairs and away. So I guess onto the other map at that point. And meanwhile, he will command the undead spirit to basically finish off the guy on the ground, and then basically attack any other enemies that present themselves.
Okay.
So undead spirit will.
Wish I could put you on 2 maps at once. I'll move you back so you can do your spirit guy.
Yeah, would be convenient. All right, so doesn't break.
Have advantage because he's prone. Oh,
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Yep, my bad.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Yeah, he did. So he's ineffectually claws at the guy's armor on the ground, but hopefully he'll bleed out. So, and he's done as well.
Okay, so the elf who the wisp is listening to, he's telling us up. He looks like he's listening to someone, and he says, "There's how many out there? They're where? Okay. Odium, we've got 5 on the steps. No, wait, count 4 on the stairs. No, they're not pirates. Fine, I'll tell them in to hold positions." Mal.
Mal's gonna kind of look up and down the stairwell, kind of cup his hands, and holler out, "Old man! This is Captain Maltherium Bellowin of the Saltmarsh Welcoming Committee. We have you surrounded. We don't want to have to kill you all, but we'd be happy to give you a ride back if you need one. Please drop your weapons."
We don't.
Starting with this axe. How'd that sound, guys?
Pretty top notch.
I learned it from Merrick.
Odin is in the process of backing up towards you, by the way.
Yeah, he'll move up the stairs, up to the top. And I don't know if that was his action. If not, he'll just hold his crossbow ready for anyone who comes through the door.
Okay.
and Oil Can will scout the ruins to make sure no one's coming after him.
Go ahead and make a perception roll since you're looking around out there.
Okay. Oh, I should probably pull his character sheet out, huh?
And we move you up there too.
Should Mal make one or just Oil Can?
Just Oil Can.
All right.
I gotta move him because I moved him way down the bottom corner so I get all the icons together.
Oh, and it's all dark now up here too. I was fighting with that today too, and on the maps that I was working on.
Yeah, I will definitely leave them some feedback.
Well, I mean, yeah, sometimes the dynamic lighting was great, and it was exactly the radius that I told it to be, and sometimes it lit up the whole damn room, and then 200 yards outside too. I have them take a central position here. And should I put Mal at the top of the stairs?
Yeah, but don't bother yet. Unless you decide to leave the staircase, then I'll move you up.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, I rolled a 14.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm gonna have to roll for him. This is when dice are easier. How high up is he now, anyways? So if I know you can even see over these walls.
Yeah, he's probably 10, 15 feet up.
Okay, well, I'll put the dude on the map then. So yes, you spot one guy over in the bushes to the northwest. He's got a bag over his... Actually, no, he's got a couple of buckets with him, and they're like on a little stick that he has balanced on his shoulders, and he was bringing, looks like, maybe water back or something. He stopped and he's there, hiding behind the bushes. Over here.
Can Mal relate that or no?
If you'd like.
Someone looks like someone's cleaning the latrine and he's coming back. He's got water buckets. To the north.
And then back downstairs. Thorin. What do you want to do in that little stairwell?
Is
axe is
the
still
door's
floating
already
in front
shut,
of you.
right?
It's up to you. I
Is it-
didn't hear that, but go ahead.
No one
Go on,
shut it.
He looks to everybody on, shut it. I mean, because I'm thinking about shutting it. He looks at everybody else, like kind of shrugs his shoulders when he reaches for the handle. We want it open or open or shut? He yells out.
Probably here.
At
All
least
right,
leave
then.
it cracked so we can hear. It sounds like they might want to parlay.
All right, then I'll shut a little bit so that just kind of get the axe out of our way. Kind of shut it and leave it cracked so we can still yell out through it.
Okay. Well, if
You can see
nobody's
it's one of my
gonna
actions to do that.
I'm gonna clear it off and move to non-combat then. Because just trying to talk into order is annoying.
Orden
Anybody
would
have
have
anything they
moved
want to do?
back further up the stairs.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Thor's just shut the door and kind of just.
I mean, you can say you're upstairs on the other map if you want.
So
I
just so you
think
know,
this is fine.
And would you mind putting me on the other map too when you get a chance?
Which map do you want to be on?
The basement.
Okay. We'll roll initiative if anything goes south.
Orden will yell back at Nasir to call off your lackey, at least to hear him out.
What? Really? All right, Nasir will go back to the top of the stairs where he was before. And he'll say, open the door.
All right.
He's like, stop attacking! Okay, close the door.
I thought we'd be the door worker then. Let's sit down
Could
here.
I have done that?
All right, so the gas will just kind of just stand there.
So
I'll say, by the way, one of them has a magical device that you can use to talk to each other. They know our positions. They can see us. They knew it would only four of us and one upstairs, so they have eyes on us. So it may be a familiar or maybe some other spell.
Or the guy with the water buckets.
One other thing, James, Gary would go up and keep an eye on the guy that's above us to make sure he's not coming up behind or doing anything shady.
okay, yeah. So Gary finds the guy easily after you guys look around. He rolled a 9 on his hide, so it's no big deal there. He's hiding in a little bush off to the northeast. He's carrying a couple of water buckets back, good sized ones, and he's talking into something in his hand. Looks like he was maybe talking about your position or something.
I'll relay that once Orden has the info that the one with the other stone that you were talking about is up there.
He is the one who is scouting us. Good, that is accounted for. I was afraid it was a familiar or something else we were not aware of.
So a couple of guys poke their heads out. So you're willing to talk?
I'm willing to talk. I can talk all day if you want. What do you guys want to talk about? What's going on? Why did you try and kill us?
Misunderstanding and yeah. Ogman, he's prone to bouts of fighting. He's a sour man. Do you mind if we heal him before he dies off here?
I mean, I think the undead spirit already finished him. I thought.
You didn't even hit him.
Okay. So basically, he didn't get any more chances to attack while we go into.
Not yet.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to, because we hadn't gone out of combat at that point. If you'd like to kill him off, that's fine by me.
That's what the undead spirit was working on.
Okay, I'm good with that. But he doesn't know that yet. So do you mind?
Should we let him try?
If we let him get his friend up, if we need to kill him, it'll be even more difficult. Tell him we will heal him.
How about if we heal him?
You don't get that kind of resources.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Come on, just stop with the fighting. We'd like to make you an offer.
All right. I'll send.
All right.
I'll send Willie down to Augment to spare the dying on him and see if that works.
Okay.
But I can't send Willie, so you'll have to do that for me. Sorry.
Storm will slowly creak the door open.
Guys, this is my strong suit, but I can go in there if you want.
Go ahead, man. Go out. Opening the door for Captain Mal.
All right, so
Gotta keep up appearances.
So Odium is an old guy. Everybody here is coming out of their little rooms. Have been a little charred, singed. Their clothes are a little burned up here and there.
Well, what's going on down here?
But we thought you were with the pirates. They came and attacked us about a week ago or so, and we've been hiding out down here since then.
Why did they attack you?
Business disagreement.
What's your
They
business?
thought we were cheating them. And they didn't want to be partners anymore, and they decided they would just kill us off.
Oh, what were you guys doing?
We're a Templar.
Of?
I should write this guy's name down.
Oh yeah, where are my notes?
I know his name is Orcus, but I don't know his other.
Assyrium or to? Where is
It
it?
is a T name.
But yeah, that guy.
Okay.
Tenebris. There we go. I'm
Yeah.
going to bold it this time. Maybe put some yellow on it.
Is what are your goals?
Mine, personally, to get off this island back to shore. This place is lost. The other old guy who looks behind you over there, the Ozymandias guy, he goes, "It's not lost. We just need to get ward to shore. Get help." and, fire. We need to get some redamage. Get the place built up again. It's lost, man. The other one yells back at him.
I think it's lost. It looks pretty lost to me. So tell you what, we could probably find a ship for you if you guys want to come out. Put all your pointy things in the corner there in the southwest corner. And we might be able to get you off this island. What's that worth to you?
Well, there's the other Odium says it's going to be a bit of a problem. Not everybody wants to leave, and so not everybody's willing to throw away any defense they have. And there's also the fear that maybe you are with the pirates. Personally, I'm more than willing. I would pay you to get off this
He
island.
holds up a piece of Squawky or of
what?
the old parrot. He says this is one of their prize parrots. We're not with the pirates. He'll put the feather back in his coat. However, we don't necessarily want to get into a large battle here if we can come to an agreement. You have something, we have something that you want, and we don't want to fight. Maybe you've got something that we want. What have you got?
Not much. Everything was burned. This place has been trashed. I was able to save a few of the scrolls and books and stuff and took some damage in it. Luckily, none of us would have lived if we weren't clerics. At least we can heal.
How many of you are here first? I need to make sure I can get you off this island.
10 to 15. Some of them, well, I don't know if some of them survived.
I'm sorry to hear that. So, what do you think? How many of you actually want to leave?
Just muttering around, and the elf says, "Well, I'm definitely out of here. I've just hired. I just work for these assholes."
All right, good looking. Go throw your stuff over in the corner. You're our first volunteer, right?
Yeah, he marches on over there, tosses his weapons over there, goes around a wide berth around the undead guy, chucks his weapons, and then tosses a gold bag towards the entrance, but right at your feet.
Okay. Hey, careful, that guy smells bad.
Oh, yes, we have plenty of experience with them here. It's been a great job, he says sarcastically.
Who else?
And then Odium. I don't carry any weapons. Does he? Oh, a dagger. Ooh, okay. He chucks his dagger over there. This is all I have.
And who else is down here?
Few people, they come wandering out of their rooms. Staying close to the doors, though, a little worried. There's one, Paul, who went back for water. And then there's those that went with the necromancer. We don't know what happened to them.
Necromancer?
And the elf goes, well, we know what happened to them. Just no one wanted to double check it.
What happened?
The elf, so they died.
What?
Ozymandias says, you don't know that. Shut up.
Why do you think they died?
The elf says, well, I heard them screaming. And then it got really quiet.
Oh, is this?
And some blood-curdling screams and silence usually means someone died.
Well, yeah, that's pretty true. Yeah, is that upstairs? Or were they out in the temple there?
He points over to the door on the bottom left of this area, on the southwest corner. Through there.
Ooh, what's in there?
That
The last I knew, the necromancer and 5 men.
Nasir whispers, it was empty when Willie went through there. It looks like a
sorry to hear
circle.
About that. So, was it? I'm sorry, your name was...
The elf?
He points to the elf, and he actually... Well, he can't really see him, actually. He just says... He's still talking through the door, kind of. Oh.
Okay. My name's Bayleaf.
Bayleaf? Who else of your friends here wanna get off the island?
I think it's just Odium and I. Odium's like, I'm not even from here. I was visiting when this all went to hell.
Pokes Thorin and says, do you think his wife's name is Cinnamon Stick?
All right, well, let me talk to my crew.
Says one should not cast vitriol on others' cultural things. Eh, Briquette?
I don't know that. I don't know how that was cultural, but he's got a silly name.
Bayleaf Elm. That is how the elves name themselves.
And maybe his wife's name is Cinnamon Stick.
Well, Bayleaf.
It is okay.
And,
I know it went over your head.
Why don't you come up to the door?
Heyo!
Nasir gets a really dark look on his face as you say that, Mal.
Okay.
So Ozymandias mutters, coward, spits on the ground, and walks back into a room and shuts the door.
Well, fellas, put your hands through the crack of the door here. We're going to tie it just for good measure right now, if that's okay with you. I promise I will not hurt you.
We've got a few sets of manacles between us.
Bayleaf's a little worried. Well, I have one problem, gentlemen. I was hired to help protect these folks. I can't just have you tie me up when there's still a risk to their lives. Deal's a deal.
The risk is we're not going to hurt anybody if they don't want to hurt us. If they want to hurt us, we will hurt them back. I mean, that's kind of where we are right now, right?
I get what you're coming from, but I don't know where you're going.
We're going back to Saltmarsh on our boat if you want.
Oh. Odium looks over. Do what he says, Bay. When do we get out of here?
He says, keep your gold, too. I really don't need your money.
Really? He marches up and says, what if I told you that there was about 10,000 gold below this place?
Well, now that I'd be interested in. However, I'm not going to hurt anyone unless they try and hurt us. We're not going to put ourselves in any danger either. So I'd appreciate it if you want to come with us. You should put your hands through the door. We'll tie them up real tight, gently, of course. And then we'll discuss what our next moves might be.
Fine. Puts his hands to the door.
Orden will hand you a pair of manacles.
Okay. Now, will manacles work? I think you can cast spells. Will this help? The manacles.
I would think it would probably limit most of them, because I don't think they're little teeny hand gestures for most of them. Let's say anything above a cantrip.
Okay.
Anything that's if he couldn't reach his components or do the somatic motions, so probably just verbal only, right? Verbal with
That's
no
what I was thinking.
components.
Bayleaf, do you use components or a holy symbol?
I have no idea. I've never played a bard.
Oh,
Instrument, usually,
instrument.
depending on what type of bard. If he's a bard of valor or swords, I think they can use a weapon, but most of the other ones are their music.
So, okay, there we go.
So Orden steps back to Nasir and says, "Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't we have to get through there somehow?"
As far as I know, we do. What we seek is below there, as far as we know. But we will know for certain until we check. Although if we could ask them first.
All right, Bayleaf, here you go. Let's put these on.
Yeah, he lets you put the manacles on. He's fine.
Okay. And old fella, do you want to come up and I got some bracelets for you too?
Fine, whatever it takes to get off this place. A couple of the other guys go back into the rooms.
Okay.
Like they're expecting something bad to happen.
Well, boys, that's two.
As they, Nasir will kind of shoulder his way forward, and so until he can basically get a view on Odium, because Odium was the one who talked about the necromancer, right? Or is that Bayleaf?
Bayleaf is the one that did most of the talking. He seems to be most free with what happened.
All right. Nasir will use minor illusion to create a little statuette of the bust of the necromancer to show what his face looked like. Say, necromancer. Was it this one? Showing him the face of the necromancer we met at the at Briarthorn.
He chuckles. Well, it is. Let's call him early days. Yes, that's what he looked like. He's looking a little rougher these days.
Yes, I see that. Thank you. Cancels.
Odium, do you use magic?
I am a priest.
Can we borrow your holy symbol for a bit, just until we get on the boat?
Wait, you are a priest of which god?
I'm a priest of Lord Tenebris.
And I've not heard of this Lord Tenebris. What does Lord Tenebris stand for? What does he ask of you?
Tenebris is more of a god you appease and try to keep away than ask things of. Maybe ask for mercy. Tenebris is one of the gods of the afterlife, of the underworld.
Oh, is he merciful?
Not too often.
Oh. Anyway, I'd love to see his holy symbol.
I'll nudge Mal and basically cup my hand over his ear and be like, "Remember the artifacts. That's what we're here for." Guess I should have cupped my hand on the other side of the mic so it was more legible. But
Mal's head kind of nods up and down and kind of puts his hand behind his back and puts up two fingers.
Okay, so the
unfortunately,
priest
Nasir
pulls
didn't
a
play it.
necklace off, which looks sort of like a goat's head. I'm going to drop the picture. It's actually a pretty cool picture. Oh, I keep opening up Steam thinking it's Discord. I can do that like 10 times a night.
Well, we're not playing Valheim.
I haven't actually got around to playing it yet. I did buy it, though.
Yeah, be careful. It's very addictive.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed.
I got the week my wife's out of town. I'll play it then. So he takes a chain thing off around his neck and hands it to you.
Thank you. He'll give him a nice little set of bracelets. Guys, let's head upstairs a little bit and make some plans to for our next move.
Are you taking these guys upstairs with you or leaving them downstairs?
I'll come up with us.
I'll command the undead spirit to basically guard the stairs up, and then I'll basically set Willie to actually invisibly sort of stealth around and keep an eye on Ozymandias, since Ozymandias seems like the most reluctant one, and report back what Ozymandias is saying.
As he walks up, he's going to ask, so the guy with the water, does he want to come with us?
Paul, it's okay, Paul. You can come out.
Hey, Paul.
Paul has no interest in going with you. I don't know these people. We have work to do here. Giant owl.
Well, sorry, Paul, but I think for now you're gonna have to hang out with your buddies here or make yourself scarce. I don't see letting you back down. Jordan will tell the party. I don't see letting him back down there if there's a chance we're gonna have to go through him. We don't need to add people to the mess.
He leaves the buckets there. Well, do you mind then? And he puts the buckets down and he points off to the north. I have gardening to do.
Very good. Watch out for the manticore. It was hungry when it left us.
Oh, you saw them too?
Yeah, they were circling around the north end.
We saw all three. There are two left. Good luck.
Or you can come hang out with us.
He goes from bush to bush and heads north.
Holding one twig in front of his face as he goes.
I'll have oil can go up and kind of follow him around, not too far, but just make sure he doesn't come back.
Okay, yeah, I know he goes about a quarter mile on up the north, and there's an area of vegetable gardening there, and it looks like he just starts pulling weeds and working on the area.
So
it's all been trashed pretty well though from the whatever came through here, the pirates.
The pirates.
So, he says, Orden, would you mind preparing our bedroom?
Certainly.
So Bayleaf and I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name in the red robe.
I'm Odium.
Odium. So we are from Saltmarsh.
So you said.
And we're also, I kind of honorary members of a little town kind of north of there or east of there, the halfling village. It's called.
You see his eyes squint a little bit. That he gets a reaction out of him.
Thornbriar. He smiles.
Yes, I know of it.
I know, because your god and your necromancer really messed it up. Now I don't hold that against you since you decided to come up willingly, right? And Bayleaf, you were getting paid, right?
I was.
We might be able to find you a gig in Saltmarsh. But I think you guys lucked out because we have some things to do downstairs. We have to go find some more people to come with us, right?
I'll be to see how this plays out. Odium takes a step back.
Now, again, I'm going to apologize, but I'm going to have to tie it to this pillar here, if that's okay with you. Well, even if it's not, because I can't have you guys running around just in case you want to stab us in the back. Does that make sense?
Fine.
Okay, cool. Here we go. He's going to try and
if I may.
Yeah.
How tall is the ceiling here?
There is no ceiling.
Oh, well.
Burned away.
Infinite.
Never mind then.
There's just walls that are variable between 2 to 15 feet tall left.
James, I'm gonna
Alright.
cast Tiny Hut as a ritual, but in such a way so it would be almost impossible for someone to get past it coming up the stairs.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah,
So the
it's something
floor
to-
of it's going to cover over that area.
Right.
Oh, what's this right here? This little cubby hole?
Little cubby hole. Yeah.
Alright, tell those two to go stand in there and then cast the ritual so it blocks them in.
Okay.
That way no one can come up the stairs unless they dispel it, and those two basically can't easily get around it to get out.
They'd have to climb up the wall.
Yeah, with their hands behind their back, or technically climb over the ritual because they could just kind of, but that'll probably be difficult too, since
It's
it's
basically harder climbing a wall.
He'll also
Yeah.
tie them together.
Yeah.
Yep. Totally good call.
Okay. Pretzel. Okay.
Tie his hand to his leg and his ear to his ankle, and his hoodah to his hiddah.
Got a real pretty loot. So, let's discuss outside of it. You guys are fine. You guys are good. Did you need some water? I thought Paul was bringing some back. I've got some for you.
Are we casting them inside the hut with us or out?
Outside.
Outside, but stuck between the hut and the
Yeah.
wall.
They're basically in this little alcove here, kind of stuck.
I like it.
Should we
He'll make sure
gag
to
the guy
water
with
the
a
prisoners.
magic dude?
Yeah, if you could give him the pails, they would be happy. Look at the pails he was dragging over.
Okay. He'll sniff them, make sure it's water.
It's salt water.
Oh. You guys don't want this. It's salt water.
We were going to purify it.
Oh.
There's no water on this island.
But you can't because I got your holy symbol. Right?
Well-made point.
I mean, or can you? Because if you can, that'd be great because we could actually all use some water, right?
I have no idea. Let's look at purify water.
How big is a tiny hut? 10-foot radius?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yep. And once you're inside, no one can hear when you're in there, right?
That I don't know.
And I don't think so. You make it opaque, but there's nothing about
Hearing.
yeah. So they can
All
hear
right,
it.
so we'll have to whisper.
No, they can't purify it because their hands are tied.
Okay. Well, here I've got some water in my water skin here. He'll pull it out, give him some water. We'll get to that later. Once we're all done here, we'll make sure you guys get your water purified and whatnot.
Okay, they settle down.
All right. So, guys, we should probably figure out what our next move is.
So we need precisely what from down there? What artifacts specifically do we need to have in order to get out of this place?
We currently do not know that. All we know is that do have a cache of artifacts down there.
Got it. And they're
I
not
want
going
to
to
have heard
take
that
too
bay
kindly
leaf
to...
guy mention it. The gold to Mal, right? Like, he obviously knows there's stuff down there. That bay leaf dude.
I mean, I would assume either of the religious two would know.
There was also mention of ordinance you had from the art. I want to call it the library, but that's not the right word. The place your patrons, and they were
academy.
looking for something. The academy. Thank you.
You got it.
Because they wanted something as well down here.
Oh, right. Did they ever describe what it was exactly?
It was a book, a map actually, and a book that was talked about. I have to go look at the notes again on that one. I get it for you.
Thought that I had it here, but I guess I don't.
Oh, I just saw the holy symbol. That's sweet.
So,
oh yes, Winding Way. That. Yep.
Yes.
I got you.
We could not find anything else on the island that seemed like it was a winding way, so we were assuming it was down here. We do not know for sure. We could ask them. Don't know if they would be honest, but we could always attempt.
Are we sure that whatever we say around them isn't going to get back downstairs? Because that's why I didn't really bring up too much other than.
Actually, that's a good question. The elf has something on him that allowed him to communicate with the gardener. We should take that from him.
And if we
That
want
wouldn't
to
be
get
too hard to do since he's just on the other side of the wall. You can just reach out there.
He'll pop his head through. Hey, Bayleaf, can I borrow that stone that you were talking with Paul with?
A little smile goes on the side of his mouth. Yeah.
Thanks.
It's the top pocket of my shirt.
He'll reach in and grab it.
Okay. It's a shoe-shaped stone.
A what?
Shoe-shaped. It means a long one. It's like an oblong stone.
Oh, okay.
Shoe-shaped.
Like
say.
Shoe-shaped by the seashore.
Like a boot, or maybe like a strappy sandal, or.
There you go, like a sandal. Basically big enough to hold over like a telephone. You can pull over your ear and your mouth.
Oh wait, this won't work in here, will it?
I looks over at Orden. Will it?
Doubtful.
Hey, Paul, I just found a whole bunch of carrots in the backyard, in the front of the temple. Come quick. He'll shake the stone a little bit. I don't know if it works.
I'm sure if you stepped outside and used it, it would work, but it probably won't in here.
So we've got what? 12? 12 down there?
So, I will say though that there are spells that you can cast without your hands. All you don't need is line of sight, the ability to see, and the ability to speak. So easily glance over the other two. Those two may still have tricks they can do if they did wish to escape.
We'll get out the ball gag in a little bit if we need to, right?
Ultimately, it does not matter as long as they do not get in our way, but simply stating.
Well, Bayleaf sounded like he might even be tempted to help us steal whatever's down below.
I'm sure he would love to get some of the money. Exactly.
Okay. So what do we do? Should we offer him a little position and try and get the rest out?
Leave him weaponless, maybe even still shackled. Let him come with.
I don't.
Maybe he can just give us information.
I would say this is just a guess. If he is simply the hired help, then he is probably not allowed into the most sacred areas, which is probably where the Winding Way is, where everything is kept. So he may not have the information we need. We may need Odium or the Ozymandias to help us out.
We may, but he said he knows where there's 10,000 gold under there, so I have to assume he knows at least one of their treasure places.
I mean, we knew we heard there were treasure here, so that is obviously not an unpopular rumor.
Hey, Orden.
Yes.
Can you do that detect magic thing like anytime?
I have enough strength to do it once every day.
Oh, okay. It's not like one of those like you did with the hut.
I don't know if detect is or not. Yeah, I guess it is. But I get one free one per day. So that was the other spell he took with the Fey feat, which is really dumb because I didn't realize you could get from any class's first level spell list. I just looked from Wizard.
He's like, well, I mean, maybe these guys, we could make sure they're not going to stab us in the back or call in reinforcements or anything if we knew that they didn't have anything magic going on, in their clothes or hair ties or whatever.
Well, as soon as the hut goes down, we can. Right now, I have to stay in here to keep it up.
That's right.
And they can't come in here for me to detect. I could cast it in here, but not out of here.
I wouldn't do. Yeah. Okay. Just a thought.
If they were in here, we could.
Well, my brain's a little tired, guys. What are we doing next?
Come on. You're doing so good.
I know. I have short bursts, and then, yeah.
Hey James, let me know when if and when we hit an hour, because I would assume that constitutes a short rest, and I'll pop a hit dice.
Okay, you go ahead and do it now. Nothing's going to happen. Unless you guys make it happen.
All right.
You
Nasir,
guys good with short?
Nasir would request a short rest because he is out of a spell power for now. So if we want to basically go exploring, you want to be full strength, we're gonna need a rest first.
Done. Ooh, looky
But-
there.
So
Nasir, you said that room had a ritual thing in it, but no one's in it, right? And there was no doors in there?
from what I don't know, I did not see it myself. This is simply what my familiar told me. He said there was a ritual circle on the ground, and nothing, and no people in the room. We would have to go look ourselves.
The other guy said that's where the necromancer disappeared to with 5 people, though. So I bet you that gate's more of a portal.
Oh, perhaps. But then why the screaming?
I don't know, but we should clarify that with him. It sounded like they all went in and no one came out.
Yeah, indeed. So they must have left somehow. So you're probably right. But I think before we go further, I think one of the things we should decide upon is: are we going to ask Odium about the Winding Way and about the artifacts and the treasure, or not? Because I get the feeling that he is a bit religious, so he may not be okay with us taking them. So do we?
Yeah, I know. I think the best idea is to pull Bayleaf over the side, and kind of give him a little, "Hey, what's up?"
Agreed.
I mean, if the Odium guys really wanted to leave, so we send him on his way.
Well, he wants to come with us, and I told him he'd come around.
The ship that way.
There's a difference between being taken off of a god's forsaken island full of undead, where he is probably going to die, and betraying his god.
Yeah, and Thorn, I didn't really say that we would take him to freedom. We could hand him over to America when we get back to Saltmarsh. I did say he'd come on the boat with us, though.
That is true.
I don't want to necessarily just chop him up to pieces yet.
If you gave him
But
the
God,
word that we
so
will
much
not,
easier.
if you gave him your word that we will not attack him, then we will not attack him. Which is why I did not want to give the word in the first place, but I will honor it.
We got the singer and one of the clerics.
Yes, but this
That was kind of good.
Bayleaf I do not care about. But Odium is a cleric of Orcus. They call him Tenebris, but it is still Orcus.
I understand. I don't like him at all, and he's going straight to jail, if not halfling jail. I mean, he can go rebuild that village, as far as I'm concerned.
Wait, what is? Never mind. I do not want to know.
What?
Is that the jail where they only lock up your feet? No, never mind.
Oh. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Bayleaf.
If he is like every other mercenary, he is simply in it for the coin, and he will take what money he can. Although he is confusing. First, he said he must fulfill his contract with his employer, which meant that he at least did not want to obviously betray them to their face. But at the same time, then he also tried to bribe you with the treasure down below.
Yeah, and he also is the one who told everyone to be prepared and act how he trained. So I think he's a little more than what he's seeming. That's kind of why I wanted to see what he's got on him, because I don't really trust him.
No, I think he is attempting to play both sides, I believe.
That's what I'd do.
Well, then talk to him, see what you can find. We have the time, I think. Alright, that means at this point my ghoul's probably gone. So, see what you get out of Bayleaf then.
Orden could drop. I could drop the dome, detect if they've got any magic, and then put this back up. It'd just take me another 10 minutes.
I mean, you're small. You can just stick your head out of the dome or something, right?
No, because it's got to be centered on the caster when you cast it, and if he leaves the dome, it winks out of existence.
Oh, right. Derp. Oh well.
Well, I don't
Which
want
case
to
you
cause a
probably
lot of
fall
hardship.
down the stairs because some of you guys are standing on the air, like Thorin is.
Ooh. Don't crack.
Jumping up and down.
What do you guys think?
I mean,
Talk to the elf. See what he'll give you. But do remember that the elves do not respect the short-lived races very much. So
I still think he's got a little something up his sleeve, so that's why I'm a little apprehensive. I told him what we do, but a little apprehensive about him.
I mean, if it was me, he would be gagged, bound hand and foot, stripped of everything, checked with spells, make sure there's no traps, and then we can trust him.
All right, so let me talk to him, and then I'll hand him over to you. How's that sound? Because that sounds good to me.
So I will take that.
So do you want me to detect magicalness? That's a technical term, mind you.
I don't know. Is there anybody? Is Willie downstairs still? Can he see what's going on?
I mean, this entire time, Willie has been spying on Ozymandias and reporting back. So has anything been happening?
Downstairs, they've had a little powwow, trying to figure out what they're going to do. They've been debating about what to do about Bayleaf. A lot of the guys are a little worried because he was sort of the planner. They've already woken up the big guy again and healed him back up.
Oh, so he's not dead then.
No. And but they don't look like. They're just basically trying to figure out what's going on, and they look like they're preparing. So we'll go with the original plan. If they attack, go back to the rooms. So we're not leaving this island. But they seem to be on the defensive.
What is their motivation or obsession with staying on the island?
Good question.
Zero will relay that.
Let's ask Bailey.
It is clear, is it not? These are cultists living on a godforsaken little island out in the middle of nowhere, doing whatever they can for a Tenebris, aka Orcus. So I think they're all pretty much fanatics. I think that is clear. I mean, you heard Odium. Odium does not want to leave the island permanently. He simply wants to get out of here for now, get supplies, and rebuild. He's not leaving permanently.
Are the artifacts we're looking for actual artifacts of Tenebris, or are they just amongst the other artifacts that we could like barter for them?
There was mention of artifacts. Nobody's actually looking for them. What you guys were here to sent for was to wipe out the undead and make this place safe again, so they don't have to keep trying to put guides around the whole area, because these guys keep crashing ships onto the shore. And
wait, really? That's not what Nasir was here for.
What was Nasir here for?
The artifacts.
There's multiple.
The artifacts.
Well, you were here. Yes, you were here because that's what Zentharum and the other folks were saying. The Academy was interested in the book.
Nasir just wants the artifacts because if Orcus is hoarding the artifacts, that means that they want them. If anything you can deny Orcus is good.
Yes, and there was some. That's right. There was a collection of artifacts here. People were sending artifacts here. These guys have had a taste for them and been collecting them for a while. But that was your own personal mission. I don't think anybody was paying you to go get the artifacts.
Nope, just basically. Orcus is one of the three powers that's working on basically trying to do something in the swamp. We don't really understand what, but basically if we can foil Orcus here, that's just a good thing.
Right. What was the book that we were looking for? Is that something to Tenebris, or is that generic?
No, it was something completely different. And actually, it wasn't even magical or anything. It was a journal talking about a lost temple up in the forest to the north, outside of Neverwinter, that's now overrun by goblins. And it was the last known record of the place, and it had supposedly had a map of the old temple and stuff there.
So, I know as a player that this will be contested, but Orden would say, why don't we just ask him to barter for that book and get the hell out of here, thinking that that is the primary reason they're there, unless he knows Nasir's motivation already.
I mean, Nasir is pretty upfront that basically that's why we should be going here, is to get the artifacts away from Orcus.
Gotcha.
Are we going to do the assumption, though, that if we get the cult off the island, then the undead will stop harassing everybody?
I think based on the information we found now, I think basically it's the necromancer. You see the necromancer or the druid that are basically raising the undead. So until we deal with the necromancer, the undead will not stop showing up.
So we're going to need to kill all these guys anyway, because they're not just going to let us walk out of here with artifacts, let alone walk in, or they're not going to let us walk into there, let alone out with artifacts.
Yeah, that's kind of why Nasir was like, "What's your end game here?" It's like, we're probably gonna have to kill these motherfuckers anyway.
Yeah, but there's two less we have to kill now. Mal, he doesn't have an end game.
One less we have to kill. I think Odium's still going to be pretty pissed at us, and I wouldn't trust him on a boat ride home.
Yeah, we could bind him up like a mummy.
Yeah, I mean, you're the captain, so you choose who gets to go on the ship.
Ooh.
Just means if the ship goes down, you get to stay with it.
Oh, that's okay. So maybe we should talk to Bayleaf?
Do it. Talk to him. See what you can get. Any information now will be useful. Again, acting without information is surely going to get us into trouble, just like it did before.
Ask what he knows of the catacombs below, as well as if there is any other entrance.
Ooh, I'm getting some feedback.
Yeah, me too. We'll see if that's
It's
my
Thorin.
side or what.
Oh, sorry guys.
It's
Sorry.
yeah.
I mean, it took me 40 minutes to get online. Whatever is fine tonight. Right?
Yeah. All right. Well, he'll go over and kind of pull aside Bayleaf.
Well, you can't really pull him aside. You got him stuffed into a little corner,
Oh, that's right.
chained to another guy in a little 5x5 area with walls on 3 sides and a dome on the other.
Do we want their magic detected? And then put the dome back up? Or no?
If we have the time, yeah, that sounds wise. I don't really want them to have any tricks.
I'm down. They'll drop the dome then and uses 1 a day detect magic to detect.
Okay, Thorin moves quickly.
Yes.
I don't want to fall down the well.
Yeah. Mal's just hanging on the side of the wall.
Okay.
He'd
with
also
his boots,
encourage
pretty
Mal
much
to get the
anywhere.
other stone from Paul or Pete.
Paul took off. He's off to the north somewhere.
Yeah.
Right, but
Garnet. Sorry.
just one of those stones isn't worth anything together. That's a pretty awesome tool for us. We should get it before we leave.
I'll have Oil Can keep an eye on him.
Okay, now that you have the stones, these guys have absolutely no magic items on them.
Okay.
Morgan will start recasting the hut as a ritual.
But they both had stones, so you take the other one off of Odium as well.
Oh, nice.
Oh wait.
It appeared.
So, are we aware of what these are?
Well, they can talk to each other.
I haven't told you anything out of character, so whatever you think you know, you know.
No, okay. Are out of character? Are we aware that? Are we aware if these are sending stones, and are we aware of basically how sending stones function?
Yeah, I would guess so, because this is like the 3rd time you've run into them.
Okay, because they typically come in pairs. So we currently have 3 stones, right?
2.
Paul's got one.
Okay. So there are 3 stones, which means there's a 4th stone somewhere. So I'm assuming that basically we that Bayleaf was talking to Paul. So I would find out from Odium who his stone links to.
Pop his head out. Hey, Odium, who has the other one of these?
The big guy. They call him
Downstairs?
Ogman. Yeah, the big guy, the one you nearly killed. His name is Ogman.
Oh. Perfect. He'll pop back in and relay that information.
Should we ask him if there's any other way in?
All right, he's gonna go back out. He's gonna cast shape water and put 2 giant water earmuffs over Odium.
Okay.
He's gonna pour it on and shape it as a earmuff.
Okay.
Don't move, Odium. Oh, Bayleaf. First of all, what's your function here? You were kind of given orders.
Man at arms. I was hired to help just take care of the defenses here. Unfortunately for me, I came right before all this stuff went down.
Are you good with everything that's going on here?
Good with which part of it?
All the
With what they
death
do?
and yeah.
It's a job. I try not to look into the motives too much of who I work for.
Okay. Are you tired of it?
I'd say it's about done.
Yeah, I think so too. But on that note, you mentioned something about some gold and some artifact and
Yeah,
some.
there's been a lot of talk, and it's one of the reasons I came out here to look into it, is there's supposedly some sort of temple, a winding way beneath this place. And it's all I know is where the necromancer and some of his chosen inner cabal would take the loot that they would bring in, and the picks from among the items from the pirates, and they would take it on into that room. But they never came out with any of it.
So into the circle or the room to the southwest in the downstairs.
Yes, it's like a small temple area. There must be something in there, a hidden door or something, because I've peeked in there once or twice, and there's nothing in there besides just an altar on the far side. I never dug around too much in there because there was always a cultist looking around.
Okay. How big is this place down below?
Never been there.
No, I mean like where you guys were.
Oh, there's like 2 rooms on each side.
Did they go anywhere?
No, just rooms. We never meant to be living down here. We used to have everything upstairs, but it all burned down when the pirates, and we fled down into the basements. We're doing the best we can down below.
Ah.
That's not the quarters, though. That's just basements. Stock rooms, larders, things like that.
And how many people are really down there?
If we count out the 5 that went with the necromancer, which I think is a safe bet, there's just the 12 of us.
Okay. So there's 6 that aren't in the basement. So there's 6 people down there right now, and then the other 6 went into the special room and did something special.
Let me go look it down below, make sure I get the numbers right before I keep saying these off the top of my head. Let's go look. Oop, switching everybody down there. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, counting Odium and Bayleaf. Okay, so there's only 8 left, sorry. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, 8. Plus the guy upstairs wandering off gardening is 9.
Okay, so there's 8 downstairs, and what can they do?
And, well, actually 6 down there now. 2 of them are up here with you.
Oh, that's right.
They're a mixture of soldiers and priests. Well, not so much priests, more like alkaloids. Acolytes.
Okay, so the flashy burning stuff. Are they very
that's probably
powerful?
The lesser one. No. Just the old guys.
What about Odium?
He's worth his medal. He's been around for a while.
Yeah. He looks it. Alright. Well, I'll be right back. He'll pop back in and relay everything. So, it doesn't really change too much. We are still going to play as the tail spinner said, whack-a-mole. Because they're in and out of these doors. But we have some time to plan. And
Yes,
it sounds like the only way down into the winding way is through that sacrificial hole.
You see, actually, if they're not going to rush us, Willie has been in all of those rooms, so I can plot out exactly how large they are and show you. If they're going to stay in the rooms, we can divide this place into sectors, and take them out. There are only maybe 1 to 2 in each room, so it'll be easy for us to overwhelm them room by room.
I'm assuming, though, once we get down there, they'll be hollering and hooting.
Indeed, but again, if their instructions are to basically hide in the room and fire, if we say go to the east, then basically the ones from the west will open the door, look out, see nothing, go back in the rooms. They will not basically come out to help their brethren, and if they do, they'll be exposed, and we can take them out as well. So if we could go to the east, take out the few and the few over there, then move to the west. If needs be, we can use summons to block the way by the stairway to keep them away from us while we deal with the others. The biggest problem, I think, will probably be Ozymandias and Odious. Not Odious, Ogdem.
Big guy.
Yes. He will be difficult, and the priest will have all sorts of tricks. He must die quickly, or she, I forget which.
Where is she now?
Is Ozymandias still in that same western room? Sorry, that was addressed to James.
Sorry, I had eating pretzels, so I had my on mute. Yeah, he's out of the room. He's over in that far western room still.
Oh, he'll pop his head back out. Are there any other ways out of those rooms other than the front doors?
I didn't. What's?
He asked Bayleaf.
No, it's a basement.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I don't know what goes through that room over there, whatever way they came in. So I guess you could count that way. There might be some other way out through the temple.
Do you know your way around doors and stuff and like secrets? And I'm sure you've been trying to find the winding way, right? None of the rooms have secret doors?
None of the rooms except maybe the temple room.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
He smiles. So we could start trapping him in those rooms.
How would you do that?
Well, I think I've got 6 pittons left. I could pound a couple into the doors of the ones where, or at least one door we could lock up for a minute or so.
This is fair. At least,
I've got 10 pittons.
and at least, if you wish one of the rooms, I can at least summon one of my undead into it, and take care of one of the warriors. Well, not to kill him, perhaps, but at least occupy.
Yeah. And we've got the intel. I'm assuming we want to keep moving forward, find the winding way, right?
Yes, we need to destroy the necromancer, and we need to find the winding way. It is possible the necromancer is down in the winding way, so it may be 2 for 1. We do not know yet.
All right.
The sounds of it, if we can just get into that temple room, find that secret entrance, get in there, it seems nobody else knows about it.
That's what I was just thinking too. We don't necessarily need to fight all of them unless there's some experience point benefit to it, which I doubt.
We'd have people at our back, though.
Yeah, but
That's true.
none of them know about it other than maybe the priest or two.
But if we can we all silently sneak down there without them knowing we are trying to do something? I mean, it's obvious from what Bayleaf said that do not want unbelievers going into the temple room. If we just all decide to tromp down there, they'll probably take offense and probably attack us. And even if we do manage to find a way through, they may follow us or they'll simply wait for us to return, depending on.
Well, there's there's a door that leads right into that room, right? So they wouldn't even know we were down there. There's nobody in the main room anymore. I think you. As long as we could get there quietly, we could.
Can we? He says, looking at Thorin in his heavy ass armor and Orden in his heavy ass armor.
Orden can
We can
snap his
we can go
fingers and
last.
be in there once he can see it. As far as Thorin, I don't know.
Again, if we screw that up, then we will have them at our backs. Keep in mind, we wait. Whatever we find down below in the winding way will perhaps be another difficult fight. I would not wish to have to go through that fight and then fight these men on the way back as well. Especially if they're prepared. If we catch them unawares, we'll have significant advantage to be able to take them out easily. If they're prepared for us, it'll be much more difficult. I'm not bloodthirsty, but I do not wish to take risks.
So, not to put too much urgency on it, but we only got 42 more minutes tonight. We have a hard stop here in about 42 minutes.
Yeah, sorry guys.
It's all right.
More conferences.
All right. So do we want to attempt to sneak past, or do we wish to eliminate the threats before we move on?
I mean, I know how I feel about these guys. I really don't like them, but so my vote is to take them out so there's no one behind us besides Paul, Bayleaf, and Odium.
Honestly, I think we should deal with Paul as well.
Not a bad idea. Should we call him back?
Nasir nods. If you do not wish to kill him, then simply knock him out unconscious and tie him up. But he cannot be left free, because if we leave him free, he says, pointing at the other two, he can free them. Yes.
True.
And we really have no choice. If we leave these, we either take these two with us, which is a risk, or if we leave them here, any one of them on the island could free them.
He'll use the stone. Hey, Paul, could you come back? We need some help with figuring out what you guys are going to need to stay here for a while. We're going to take Odium and Bayleaf back and get supplies for you guys. Could you come back and help us out?
That sounds like a deception roll to me. Go
Yeah.
for it. Or persuasion, you pick.
Let's see.
I guess the question is, do you mean it?
I do mean it. Well, no, actually, I don't. 18.
That'll work. Yeah, okay. I'm about done here. You start. About. Doesn't take too long to go a quarter mile. 5 minutes later, he's there.
Okay. Awesome. So as he's talking, Al's going to just kind of come over and see, and he'll try and get some manacles on him with Thorin and Orden's help.
Orden's got to stay in the dome if we want to keep it up.
Yep,
Hmm.
Orden's still back in a little.
I'm sorry,
As he gets
Thorin
close to the
and
dome, Thorin will just grab him. Just stretch his arms out and grab him.
Okay.
hey, Paul, sorry about this. Just, we really, here we go.
Thorin will stick his mouth out. Oh, I'm sorry. And just go back into the dome.
And we'll let you go back to whatever your business is and garden everything after we're done here, okay?
Grumbles.
Grumble, grumble. Or not.
Okay, now what do you want to do?
Oh, should we go down there, guys?
So, fight or sneak? What's it going to be?
Well, how about if we sneak? I've got some caltrips I can put in front of one door that has people. I can put some pittons into another door to hold them off, and we can go one by one.
Well, as soon as you start banging on the pittons, they're going to come out of all, so we'd have to have somebody at multiple doors hammering simultaneously, if that's what we're thinking.
Like, are we fighting, or are we or are we sneaking past? But by fighting, I don't mean just rushing and kicking down the door. I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about basically setting up ambushes, right?
Yeah.
Are we fighting, or are we trying to basically avoid fighting? Let's be more clear.
I don't want to have enemies at my back. I think we should probably take out the ones that don't want to go with
Won't
us.
have no problem killing them.
I mean, if you don't want to kill them, we should at least basically do the same thing: tie them up, manacle them up, knock them out. You know, basically, we can always. I can spare the.
Thorn has no problem. He
Oh,
does not
fair.
like these cultist people.
Yeah, if they're
No,
attacking
these
us,
guys killed
rock and roll.
tens of my friends.
Yeah, Thorn
So
is fine cutting through them.
Yeah.
He only has a problem killing the ones we have manacled up. They've already given up.
Yeah, Nasir doesn't really care either way. He's just offering that to sort of sweeten the deal, just so you guys will go along with it.
No, let's go get them.
Good, but I agree. Let us go in quiet, attempt to surprise the ones there first. Can I let me send Willie around first? Can I get a Willie view on the all the rooms?
Nasir, let me know where I should put the caltrops, and then when we start nailing the door shut.
Are we sneaking down, or are we just, you know?
All right, so there's nobody in that room.
I think we should sneak once we get out the door.
One north, that's
Thorn will
Ozymandias.
go last if we're sneaking.
Okay.
That's the cleric and the veteran.
Which one? This one over here?
That's cleric and veteran. Up there, is that a veteran down there?
Yeah.
So that's basically like a fighty guy.
Fighty guy.
And that's in there's two more fighty guys. Does the gladiator look like especially tough, or he just looks like a fighty
He's the
guy?
one you fought before. He's back up again.
He has to run, so maybe we should put the caltrops in front of that door.
Is that Augmund or whatever, the named guy?
Yes.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He was a tough fucker.
Yeah, so that's gonna be tough. Let's see what's to the east. Is that nobody?
Nobody. Just some stuff.
That's an acolyte and a cultist. Okay.
Nobody. Nobody.
All right. Sorry, there was basically a fighty guy in here. There's nothing, right?
Nothing there. So it looks like all the fighty guys are on the left side at this point.
Okay. So the north door closest to the stairwell, that's where big guy and the other guy who was sleeping is, right? That's not where Ozymandias or the priest is.
There you go.
Here, just come down here and look at all my notes, please.
He'll sneak down. Oh. Oh, they're nice.
All right. So
there's nothing I can do about arranged, but I can put caltrops in front of the boss, and we can try and pound that door closed with the cleric, at least for a round or two. If we need to, I can just web up that whole side. But if we're going further, I might want to hold some of my stuff in reserve.
You could web up that whole side, and we could bust in to take out the ranged. They'd have to struggle through that webbing to get to us, or be stuck there until we got back to them.
Then we can light it on fire.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is an idea. We could take out the ranged, and then basically I guess deal with the other guys at range, because basically what's going to happen is if once the web goes down, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 melee guys are going to be rushing out of there, or 4 if the cleric. Yeah. So if you want to basically web up the west, rush the range to the east, try and take them out quick, and then basically deal with whatever configuration the guys on the west are, we can do it that way. Hopefully, basically, that big guy had a lot of hit points, so it took Ozymandias quite a bit of his spell power for the day to deal with that. So he won't have as much left to throw at us.
I like it.
So coordinated attack. As soon as Mal casts web in this whole area here, we are going to bust into this door here. Right?
Yeah.
Thorin and myself and
We're
Nasir.
busting in and going to it.
I like it. Let's do it.
All right.
Go ahead and put yourself where you want to be on the down floor, because as you walk down, there's nobody to stop you walking into the room.
I'm still gonna at least try to be stealthish.
And then I'll let you just go the order you want to go for the first round, and then we'll roll initiative and go from there.
Is this door open, or is it just because of dynamic lighting layers?
Oh, yeah, I never moved it back. There was a guy there once upon a time. Let me go. We'll call it open. There's nobody in there at this point. They never went back.
All right.
Mal starts rubbing his hands. Looks like he's playing with a cat's cradle, but it's actually webbing.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth roll of some order since you're going that close up to the door.
Oh, I thought you said we were okay to move.
Well, you
I
can,
wouldn't have
but
moved that close.
I didn't know how far I didn't know where you were going.
Oh, I'll stay back then, so I can within sprinting. So, yeah, that's cool. Right where Thorin is now.
Nasir, are you gonna stay where you are in the hallway, in the stairwell?
Stand right next to you.
Okay,
I'm just
so do
deciding my
what do you
first
want to
round.
do? Who wants to go first?
Well, Mal's gonna be. He will be on the ceiling actually. And
Wants to
wait,
go first?
I think. Let's see. That's enough.
Arden tells Mal, who's going to stay out here, see what's going on out here.
Trying to get my
we could put
dimensions
that
here.
explosive barrel right there.
Oh, here, let's turn up the.
Like, I don't want to be down here with the explosive barrel.
As long as we're all on the east side of the room, it should be okay. Famous last words.
I can't get them all.
Isn't web basically isn't web like a 40 by 40 cube?
Oh, it's 20. Oh yeah, it's double. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Never mind. Yeah, I can get this whole area.
No, it's a 20-foot cube, I think. You're
Right, but the cloak gives it double.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
It's a big ass area.
nice. That is nice.
Yeah. Let me double check. You can use this action to cast web spell. Like web created fills twice the normal area. Yeah. All right. So he'll look over, put his thumbs up.
Gonna
and
get you too. Unless you step back.
Yeah.
That is badass.
I will definitely move back because he's got a 60-foot range on that. Actually, it doesn't matter. That's another part of the cloak. You can be in it.
I think right about there.
Is that a 40 by 40 web?
That's about it, huh? 1, 2, 3,
5,
4,
10,
5,
15,
6,
20,
7.
25, 30, 35, 40. Actually,
So it extend out a little bit further.
stretch.
Which direction? Down?
2 to the east.
Well, we're up against the wall already. You filled the whole room.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Because it's not going to go through the wall into the other room.
No, but like this area
out
here
this
is what
area
I'm
there. I
thinking.
got what you're saying.
Yeah. Not that, I mean, that doesn't benefit us in any way. It's just probably what it would look
That
like.
legit half the room.
Yeah, it's freaking huge.
That's awesome.
He puts up both
That's
thumbs
once a day.
once a day.
And
Okay.
are you actually staying in the web?
Yeah, it doesn't bug him.
Then I guess my first action will be to basically from this. Basically, I'm going to make an illusion of this table. This is a gigantic table, right?
Yeah, I guess it's about 10 feet long. Good dining room size.
10 feet by 5 feet.
Yeah.
I'm going to basically make a silent image illusion of it basically in front of Malv. Like in front of Mal, basically like looking like it's covered with webbing, so it matches the terrain. So basically, Mal has something to basically sort of hide behind.
Okay.
And I'll whisper to him, be like, "Remember, it's an illusion. Look through it."
He'll drop down. Okay, I will.
Orden will pat Thorin on the back and point at the door and go, "After you, big guy."
Whip.
All right. Well, in that case, this Thorn's gonna, and let's not gently run up to the door, but run up the door and whip it open.
Okay. You can take a swing if you want.
No, okay. I can't
But
see
make
anything
a
past it. That's why.
make a stealth roll just getting up there, just to see if they're surprised or not.
Oh. A 6. Oh yeah.
Or are you putting this table on its side?
Yeah. Basically, it's as if we taken the table that was already there and put it in the place as like a barricade to hide behind. It's basically trying to put something that's realistically could be there. So if they see it, they won't be like, "Oh, where'd that thing come from?" They'll be like, "Oh, they must have moved the table." Not question it.
I'll use a bench.
At disadvantage, I don't know if I need to roll twice or these 2 numbers counted, but there's the second roll. It's much worse.
Okay. So don't have to worry
Slam
about being
into the door.
surprised. Okay. So you get to the door, you throw it open, and I'll let you. You can have to do your attack on the next round, but at least you get over there, because they're gonna get to do initiative and everything. Anybody else want to move anywhere else? I guess Orden's the only one left.
Willie will actually go into the room and basically I told the door. Is the door not open yet?
Oh, I just haven't got there. There it is.
I mean this door.
Someone needs to invent a better way for these door things to work.
Yeah. So some of the tabletops actually do the better. They actually have like toggles you can just like click on as a DM and it'll open it up. Oh, so is Thorin attacking in this round or no?
No, not this
I don't
round.
think I'm able to.
So is Orden able to cast then, or no?
Where are you at? Wait, who are you casting at? When he opens the door? Yes, you can.
Awesome.
Since you're not going anywhere.
I guess Willie will.
I can take it.
Willie will zap the acolyte and be like, "Surprise!" and for the help action.
Go ahead, Thor. Go and do your attack. I'm in no rush. We gotta get this. It's getting late. Go for it.
Okay. I will not argue.
Hit.
Nice.
And hit.
Oh, hell
Don't
yes.
even really need to know. I think you're gonna kill him. Yeah. He crumples to the floor on your first hit. The second hit sends him one piece go one direction, the other piece go in the other.
Kick in the door. You pissed off Captain Mel. Now you die.
Orden will just cast a regular old firebolt at homeboy that's still standing.
Okay. Homeboy. Oh, the one behind him.
Yep, the archer there, or I guess he's an acolyte.
He staggers back. Looks like you almost killed him in one hit.
Very nice. And that'll be it.
Okay, let's roll initiative when we get up on the board.
Let me move Gary out of the way here too, James, just so he's not
Okay.
visible to people coming out.
Oil can's gonna stay up top and watch everybody up there. Make sure no one comes up, sneaks up, and make sure no one sneaks away. Can Mal taunt those guys with the stone? That's an ugly acolyte. Is his face dripping off?
I think that's a mask or something.
Oh, okay. He looks
Everybody on the board?
terrible. Yep.
Yep,
All
looks
right,
good to
looks
me.
like we are starting off with Willie then at the top of the round.
Willie will basically circle around behind him and zap him and distract him, so Thornton can finish him off, and he's done.
Where's a veteran at? Tosses the door open. Curses looking around the room. Ah! Drops his sword, rips a crossbow out from around him, and is going to try to hit you, Mal, since you're sitting there right in the open.
I think Mal's in the illusion, and he'd probably
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
he's behind the table.
come at Orden. I didn't even think about that. I was getting in a spot so I could see in case you needed to cast that way.
Yeah, Nazir's half crouching down behind that table.
All right, well, I guess he'll shoot at Orden then. Misses. Big old heavy crossbow bolt makes a loud thwang as it shoots across the room. Flies over the top of Nasir's head and slaps into the wall behind you. And then he takes one step to the side. Did it advance? No, it didn't. I'll hit it again.
I can't see the tracker anymore.
Oh, I probably moved. I keep closing that thing when it gets in my way, just reactively, forgetting. It's like, oh, it's in my way. I'll just get it up and close it. I'm not using this. Okay. All right. That's why I didn't advance. Gary.
Actually,
Gary's going to do nothing. Take the dodge action this turn. Because Willie's already, or if I guess he wouldn't have seen Willie go in there, so he probably would have flown in here and harried Homeboy, provide the help action, and then fly up.
Okay.
Yeah. Willie's not too good at coordinating because you can't really tell what he's doing.
Right. And yeah, that'll do it for Gary. What are these in here, James? Anything interesting?
Little statues and stuff. I'll dig out the room thing later on when you have a chance to look around.
Cool.
But I mean, it's just basement stuff, things you would picture that you'd keep below a church.
Right.
Church of Evil.
Oh, it's better start. Sorry. Oh, I hate these doors. You hear someone shouting out, "They've got the room covered in webs! Someone get some fire!" And how does fire work with the webs?
So what it says in this, let me put the,
you
let me
for the
find
other
the spell.
screen.
Yeah, no worries. Hold on, let me grab it. For web.
They can pretty much burn it square by square. So if they had like a big AoE fire spell, they can clear it all out. But if all I have is like a torch, they'd have to basically go like square by square to burn it out, I think.
Yeah, what it said was any 5-foot cube of webs exposed to fire burns away in 1 round, dealing 2d4 damage to any creature in the
Okay,
fire.
but it doesn't spread on its own.
It's whatever it's exposed to. But I mean, technically, you could say if the 5-foot square next to it's exposed, it's gonna start burning. I don't know how you want to run that one.
But like one torch with a flame basically dealing with like 5-foot cube is quite a bit for 1 round.
But yeah, I agree. I think they'd probably spread on their own at that point if they're flammable, though. Like 1 cube in every direction per round or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay. So he then tosses a flame out, and let's just do that. I'll just start dropping little flames on the map as they spread out.
Bit by bit.
They make it so small. That's it. Right, I'm using a different one. There we go. Okay, and then he's done. Thorin.
Yes, at the moment, Thorn's gonna enter this room and just finish him off real quick.
That'd be an advantage, like twice over. Hit,
16. Hit him once for now.
and he's gone.
Alright. It's 5 feet in.
You still have more move left if you want to go anywhere.
I'm gonna run up behind Orden. And then that he has. Can I hold? So I took 1 attack. Can I hold the other attack?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right.
They're not linked.
For right. Guess for now, Thorns is gonna drop his sword on the ground and just pull a bow out for a second and hold an attack and see if anybody pops out.
Okay, good enough.
All right. That's the end of his turn.
I'm gonna hit your button. Warden.
I'm sorry about that.
That's right. Move us along since we got 15 minutes.
Yeah. I can't really see any targets right now. Now, with the magic missile, does it have to be someone you see, or just that you know is there?
Yeah, it's visual.
That you can see. Yep.
You can always basically do a ready action.
Yep. I'm gonna have to.
But that means you've cast the spell, so if nobody pops out, you
I'm
lose
just
that
gonna
spell.
use a cantrip.
Okay.
I'll just keep a firebolt prepared. I'll use a little movement though. And I will keep a firebolt prepared for the first enemy I see. That'll be it.
What is that big gray circle that someone's moving around?
What's what?
What is that giant gray circle you're moving around?
I'm just prepping my spells I might use.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
Just make it go faster on my turn.
Okay, so Ozzy casts his spiritual weapon again. Pops up in the space next to you, Mal.
Would he have popped his head out to see? Possibly.
Oh yeah. You have your range. Okay. Go ahead. Your attacks. So Ozzy sticks his head out to peek around the corners there. I'll let you do your attack then.
Very nice. I'll miss anyway.
Okay. Damn.
Good damage.
Thorin, do you have a visual on him? I don't think so. No.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mal is in a
Oh,
in
absolutely.
an illusion.
Unless she busted through the illusion.
Hasn't had the chance to sit there and stare at it and all that fun stuff. Alrighty.
Yeah, it typically takes like a round to usually do investigation to break it. It takes your action too. Like if the guy fired a crossbow bolt through it and obviously went through it without anything happening, that'd be kind of a giveaway. But
Here we go. At this end. Oh.
Dang! Bring it!
6.
All right.
Okay. Moving on.
did Ozzy basically move back behind cover or no?
Yeah.
Alright. That's fine. We are prepared for that. Alright. Missir will stand up and begin chanting some mystical words, wildly cackling.
And where are you casting that at?
Basically filling that entire room and most of the outside.
Okay. Let me make the con saves.
And the invisible table disappears.
Excellent.
So basically that means that entire room and the area outside it are now basically a death zone, which as long as they stay in it, they're going to continue to take damage. They have a choice either running out into the web or staying in the death room.
Oh, that's not the same guy.
The itchy room.
The itchy room.
They'll take 25 piercing. So let's say 25 piercing, and then the seer will basically go prone behind the table to get out of line of sight. And I'll yell out, "Your call, priest! The webs or the bugs!"
His turn.
Oh, really? My turn's already done.
Sorry, I had to switch over to lighting on him. He can actually see if he can actually see you.
Oh yeah.
Heavy crossbow. Twang!
Oh,
That one hit.
it hit. 18.
Not much
Yeah.
damage though. 4 points.
That's not bad.
Here's but a scratch.
And then he dives back out of the way.
All right, Mal is going to. Actually, he can't see Jack, and there's nothing really he can do.
Did any of those people pop out where Thor can get a shot on them?
No, because you're way over on the other side of the stairwell where you placed yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't think I saw anybody else.
Mal's gonna pop back 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, he'll hang here and take a hide. He couldn't see anybody. He couldn't do anything. He'll hide.
Does the insects do damage on the beginning of the people's round or the end of their round?
It does when I cast the spell initially, so they each took 25, and it does at the end of the turn if they're still in it. So
The end of their turn.
yeah, so if they do manage to if they do run into the web, don't get snared, and manage to make their way through the difficult terrain to actually get out of the radius, they won't take the damage.
Okay.
So I'm giving them basically an awful choice.
Yeah, because there's a fire train coming.
Yeah, they can either basically either come out and face the barrage from the group, or they can hide inside and be slowly eaten to death by the bugs.
When Mal comes around the corner, he's like, "They lit it on fire!"
How cool is that?
Alright.
Yeah, the dead people are still on there. Okay, I'll move him along.
Hey, there is a little path at the bottom there I didn't realize, where there are no webs.
Yeah.
Tasty.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
5 foot wide hallway.
I'm assuming this would be difficult terrain, though.
Yes, absolutely.
Keep forgetting about.
Alright, so 25, 30. So he pops into here, and he will zap augment. It's be like, death comes, and then pop back through the wall again
Okay.
for 40, 45, and he's done. So help action on augment.
Is this one down here that supposed temple right here?
Yes.
Okay.
Whose turn is it? Oh, his. Two, and then dex roll time. What is your dex save on the web?
13.
Oh. Well, you don't have to worry about him.
Yeah.
And moving into the web is also difficult terrain.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if I always wonder about this one. Is it every single square you would have to save for?
Yep. So you moved.
Let's see.
Oh no. I don't believe so. Just to be at the beginning of your turn.
Here, let me
Yeah.
post this.
Yeah, I believe.
Web thing up.
Yeah, you save at the beginning of your turn, I believe.
Yeah, enters them during its turn, must make a dex roll. On a failed save, the creature's restrained. That's all it says. It doesn't say you have to worry about every single square, so it just becomes difficult terrain.
So
Right.
5, 15.
So you take
Yeah,
one.
so unless he dashes, I don't think he'll have enough movement to get out of it.
He's definitely going to try to dash.
But he wants to waste his turn, and then at the end of his turn, the beginning of his next turn, he's still going to have to roll in the webbing again, see if he's restrained.
Okay, moving on.
The closer he is, the faster.
And it's the owl's turn.
Oh, Gary.
Sorry. Not much he can do. He's just gonna get picked off if he tries to provide the help action somewhere. He'll get himself a little closer. In fact, he'll fly over here next to Orden and take the dodge action.
Okay, so he's not going to go, but his fire is. He peeks out, yells to his friend, "To me!"
All right, Thorn's gonna use just step down a couple feet and use a fighting spirit and take 2 shots at the guy stuck in the web right now.
Okay.
So what, 18 and 21?
Those will both hit.
That's a good call then.
Thank God. Yeah, I think I used it. All right, so 15 total
Nice.
damage.
All right, we'll zip it along here. I'm going to hit end of turn if you guys pause. Let me know if you're done, because we got to wrap up since Rob's already.
Oh yes, sir, I'm done now. Scoot up. All right, here we go.
Gordon.
This is gonna be fun. You have to do it eventually, right? But if I cast a fireball right here, it will hit Ozymandias and that veteran, and set all this stuff ablaze. So we're just
Well,
gonna
the
go
veteran
and do
looks
that.
well-blooded.
Actually,
But no time for discussion. We only got a couple of minutes left. Let's roll it.
if you put it up here, it goes around. It goes around corners, so it could catch people in this room up top with
It
the.
does go around corners.
Look at the spell. It goes around corners specifically. So yeah, so if the door's open, it can catch. It can catch. I think almost. It's big enough radius to catch everyone, isn't it? As long as they're close to the doors.
Yeah. It'll miss that guy. It'll catch these three. Yeah, cool. Let's do that. I didn't realize it.
What is the radius of the fireball?
20 feet.
And do you want to pin where you're going to
yes.
put it at?
If
Just
I
ping it.
cast it right here, it should get. Oh, it'll even get that guy actually. As long as that door is open.
Try
So
it.
it won't get all four.
Yeah, that's what makes Fireball evil. It's like you can't hide from Fireball. It goes around corners.
I had no idea.
Yeah, like certain spells, any spell that does that specifically says so in the description.
Orden will pick the wand up and chant his spell and scream, "Be cleansed in the fires of Clangenden!" And first ever fireball.
Is that 40 feet? That looks more like 40.
Even one more than that, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, Fireball is huge.
Ah!
Oh,
40 finally?
Yep, looks good.
Oh, it looks terrible.
Well, I didn't cast it in that spot. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
sadly, Spiritual Weapon is not a concentration spell.
Is that where you're casting it? Right there? Or do you want to go higher or lower?
I think it can go over to the right one and get that fourth guy in there too. Yeah.
Okay. Did you already put the spell effects up? Let's see. There it is. Deck save 15. I'm just drop that onto the map layer so I can actually see what we're doing. That's pretty cool looking.
Sweet.
It is. Sorry about your web, Mal.
It's okay.
And if,
Yeah, not that it matters. He's gonna die anyway. But that veteran in the web takes additional
2.4.
damage.
He tried toast after Thorin did what he did.
Oh,
Sadly though, I'm not gonna have anything to shoot.
It's alright. Get away. The big dude made it again. Did they take half damage on most fire cells? They do. They didn't
Yeah,
mention so on this
so
one
they'll
as well.
take at least 14, which is cool, unless they've got some other ability.
I gotta say, it's one of the coolest graphics of Fireball I've seen.
That is real nice.
Yeah, that is amazing.
It was surprisingly bright.
Well done,
Yep.
James.
And little,
It actually
little markers,
lit up. Oh, go ahead.
little markers are actually really good for showing like the actual, like squares behind it too.
Yeah. And it's lit up.
I
It
spent my
actually
eyes
get
for a
the.
Actually, I lit.
Yeah, I can see it now. Well, I mean, as Explorer mode.
Love it.
Come on, move faster.
There's still a room full of bugs over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably burned some of your bugs too. I didn't think about that.
I don't think the spell really works that way, but yeah, but
So the fireball's one round and gone though, right?
Oh yeah, it's instantaneous. Just boom. But it would take out a lot of webbing.
Yeah. So I'll reshape the webs thing. I'll just go to there. Alright, the fireball blasts across, killing most of your screens from various rooms and fire burning everywhere. The webs are spreading out as the fire is burning along them as well. We'll get rid of your fireball.
Yes.
Gull's a little singed.
Nasir.
Alright. Do I hear the priest moving around inside that room?
From where you're over the top of the fire and the screams and stuff, no, you don't. You can't tell.
Ozymandias, but he has not popped back out yet though.
Not
correct?
during his round, he didn't. No, he did not.
Alright. That feels like a trap. Alright, shoot. Alright, let's do this. Since we're not gonna go in.
Are you dancing?
I'm trying to figure out how to get there without going around the table.
He's waltzing.
Alright, nope. Can't really get where I need to go. Alright, dodge action. I'm done.
Okay.
Hit the button, right? Yeah. Okay.
Now.
Alright. Mal. 5. Mal's gonna run up behind Thorin, hold his attack, and then hide behind Thorin.
Ready for something to pop out or something? Or-
Yep. As soon as he sees an enemy, he'll shoot.
Okay.
16.
Good enough.
Oh.
Can you see him?
I can.
Go for it.
All right. 13.
Don't think so.
Nope.
Wait, were you hidden?
Yeah. Oh, advantage.
Yeah, you get advantage.
Good, you do.
All right.
That's the point.
17 points. Oh shoot, I forgot to say I was using the... Oh well, next one.
I gotta... This thing is being crazy tonight. Okay, crossbow slams into him. You can see he's still wounded from before. He's very singed up as well. Looks like the fireball must have got him. That's it for him. No, wait, he does get to attack. Hold on. Does he even have a ranged attack?
Probably not if he has a shield on.
Nope, you don't. That guy's dead. That guy's dead.
Orden points at the gladiator and says, "See that? That's what we call an Orden makeover."
Can Willie go?
Please, as quickly as possible.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25, 30, 35, 35. Boom. Help action.
Okay.
$40, 45. Whoop. Nope, really don't want to go there. Yes, he's 50. He's done.
You don't want to play with your own bugs.
Yeah.
Gary is
Really smart, but he's not a
30.
genius.
30 feet there, 30 feet back to provide the help action on that dude.
Okay.
And I can't EOT it, but his turn is done.
What's your question? How tall are those webs?
If they're not anchored, they're 5 feet deep.
Yeah, but there's a ceiling.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Now, like, is it like wall-to-ceiling webbing?
I would guess since they're anchored.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was figuring.
I say I pictured it was like just all over the floor.
Oh, okay.
But-
Yeah, that is an option for the spell.
So whoever cast it, what do you want it to be? Is it 5 feet deep or is it floor to ceiling?
It was the whole room.
Okay.
Sorry.
Alrighty.
And in that case, Gary would just take the dodge action and stay where he's at. No, that's dumb to stay where he's at. If that's the case, he'll fly over here so he's not a target.
Yeah, he's like
Take
the
the
only
dodge
thing to
action.
shoot right there.
First time I cast a spell, I wanted to see what it could do. You know, fill the whole room.
That's pretty impressive.
Next. Thorin.
All right. Thorn's gonna take a shot.
So,
Take a pop shot at. So you can see both of them, right?
Whatever you can see.
All right. He's gonna take a. He's gonna use fighting spirit. Take a shot at one to each.
Okay.
So the crit on the guy in the back, and then 23 on this guy.
That's definitely both gonna hit. What's the crit do?
The crit does 7, but I have a vicious longbow. I gotta look what it does.
yep, extra damage.
2d8 or
Should be an extra like 2d6 or something for it.
is vicious longbow.
2d6.
On the
Yep.
critical. Yep, 2d6. All right. So the veteran takes 7 plus
9 plus 5 more 14.
Alright, so the veteran guy, he takes 15, and then gladiator takes 3. Okay, he's gonna burn an action surge to take 2 more shots at both. Just to finish.
Might as well
this.
since he got a what do you call it?
Nice.
Damn. So
Oh.
13 into 15.
No, neither of those gonna land.
Alright, well damn. Well, that's it then.
I'll double check that though. Nope. I'm gonna hit it and turn on you. Or didn't.
All right.
The 3 fighters are left. It look like they're trying to take some sort of position.
One good turn deserves another, and I can't see Willie there, so I apologize in advance. But I'm going to cast another fireball right there. It's going to get all of them.
That's Willie's fate.
Maybe that'll
2 fireballs and
clean
1.
this up quick.
Hope we don't regret that later.
I hope so too, but I can hear the anxiety in James's voice. Like, let's get this done, motherfuckers!
Only because we're holding Rob up late.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
You're good.
That's okay,
had
man.
a
We
quick
want to
time.
hold you up.
We all got jobs.
You're
Yeah,
good.
well,
I
no,
just
I'll
gotta.
sleep.
I'll wipe some extra sleep out of my eye tomorrow. This is exciting.
Plus, I gotta imagine, considering that was the first time he cast it, and it was probably glorious. It's like, why not just see it again?
You don't have to mechanically separate baby chicks.
Clang, clang. Yeah. Oh,
Willie has resistance to fire, so he takes.
Nice.
Willie takes 6 damage.
Oh, I took credit. I didn't do it.
We got 5 more feet of movement, actually, too. We're gonna go there. And, that'll be it.
Nasir was like, "Did you singe my Willie?"
I couldn't even see your Willy.
Oh, you'll pay for that one.
Right, another giant blast goes across the room again.
Orden cackles in glee. I can see why you like this fire stuff, Thorn.
What can I? Okay, yeah, I can see the gladiator.
Exhilarating, is it not?
So Nasir will move into position. He will firebolt Ogden twice, or great bolt him.
nice.
Nice hits.
Yeah.
Oh,
Total of 8. Total of 8
to the gladiator.
damage. Yep, 8 damage. 8 damage to the gladiator, and then he will 1, 2, 3 back away, and he's done. And I cannot change because it's not my turn technically. So just like cycle me through, please.
Now it's your turn.
Okay, veteran's
the-
turn.
Veterans. Okay, where was the veteran? One guy is left.
Trying to be quick.
He shouts, "Kill the wizard for God's sakes!"
Orden just cackles in glee in response.
Oh,
That-
any critical
Oh, damn.
Ow!
Yeah,
So I don't know, you lucked out. It was a wimpy hit roll for critical hit.
because not even shield will save you from a crit.
That could have been a whole lot worse, and you got 6.
It did get you some adamantine armor.
Yeah, right?
Al's gonna run across and slide over here.
Just
Try
run
it
through the
out.
web. Oh, hiding behind the small guy, really?
That's right. He's a size bigger than me.
No, I'm small too, but you're 2
Yeah.
feet and I'm 3 feet.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
yeah,
are you small?
Yeah, mechanically it doesn't work, unfortunately.
Oh no, never mind. All right, then he'll hop over the table and try and hide. Or crawl under the table. 19, and then take a shot at the gladiator.
That's a hit.
No, that was his stealth.
Oh, stealth.
12 is his first hit.
That's not a hit.
All right, his second
No,
one. Oh no, that was hide. Never mind. I'm done.
Yeah, you're hidden. If you're hidden, that means you get advantage. Which means
Advantage.
you get,
So you will hit
So
with
oh,
22.
Deuce, deuce.
Yeah, that-
All right.
yeah, that's the point of doing the hiding.
Nice.
17. Nice. All right, he'll try a second shot at. Oh no, he hit. Never mind. I'm done.
Yeah, because you would have bet the bonus action to hide
Yep.
there.
He's dead. He's dead. Willie. One guy left.
Oh, he went down?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Yeah, Willie's tired of this shit.
Uh
Which one are you gonna Slurpee on?
Ogden.
Okay.
Yeah, that asshole. That asshole.
Well, that'll help you get some hit points back from getting fireballed.
Yeah, it's a DC 10 con save, so it's not likely to work, but that's most likely what we'll be focusing on doing.
And we're worried about these guys.
Yeah, I know. Nope, just made it.
Nope, not this turn. All right, then Willie's going to let's see, 1, 2. Yep, he's going to a room that's not going to get fireballed next turn, and he's done.
Owl. What's Gary gonna do? Morden?
Oh, I was muted. Sorry. Are the webs still clogging everything up?
Yeah.
All right. He'll just take the dodge action.
Oh, I guess they are going out a bit further though, because some dead people's fire rounds have gone around.
If he can
Anything
get there,
behind the fire is gone.
if he can get there, if he has a path, he'd try to provide the help action on that last veteran. Otherwise, he'll just take the dodge action.
I don't think so. Okay.
You mean you can lay it on the floor and not the whole room?
Thorn's just gonna walk over here and just take 2 more shots. Kill this fucker. 23.
23 is gonna hit.
So just 4 damage.
And the last guy drops.
Woohoo!
Well, that was fun.
Was as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
That was a lot of fire, Master.
He just giggles and looks at you. I know. It was amazing. It was glorious.
Willie's
What
going
a
to go.
tribute to the Silverbeard.
Willie's going to go. Willie's going to suck off
It's
all these
not
dead
just
guys
magic. It's art.
Okay.
until they fail.
You just said that, right?
Yeah, he did. He's gonna suck it.
All right. And with that note, I'm gonna hit it, guys.
You have it. Have a good night. See you in a couple.
All right,
Night.
thank you, man.
Yeah. Have a great one. That was awesome. Thank you, guys.
There's my fire.
All right, night, Mal.
Totally. See you, bud.
So what do you guys want to do here?
Loot.
Check on the guys upstairs to make
Yeah.
sure that everything's okay up there, and then proceed to loot.
Okay, so we'll stop at that point. Upstairs, you find out that the 3 of them are gone. You see the bonds on the ground. Looks like they've been picked. And they've taken off the 3 of them.
I'm going to collect our manacles since they were nice enough to leave them for us.
But you can see them running since you have familiars. You can see, because it's not that long. They're heading off to the south, heading towards the shore. But we won't pick up there if they're going after them at this point.
All right, so we'll decide what to do next time, I guess. So
Loot-wise, there's not going to be a whole lot down here, but I will find out. What you do find, at least look around, is Ogden has most people's stuff is burned up from the fireball. Ogden has a medallion around his neck that is not burned at all. Once your bugs are gone, you can find that. How long do bugs hang out for?
quite a while actually, but I can always just cancel them so we can do the looting. They're not
Okay.
really necessary now.
So
If
yeah,
we
it has a symbol around his neck. It's like a holy symbol of sorts, but it must be magical because it's not touched at all from the flames.
I'd also look for that other sending stone if there's a 4th one on the
Yeah, on the
gladiator.
big guy.
And then if we have 10 minutes, he'd cast Identify on that necklace.
Did the big dude just have a normal spear with him?
Yes. None of these guys
Okay.
really, there's not much down here really for loot or anything. I'll go through the rooms and stuff and post it up for you in between, but there's really not much
I
here. I
figured
mean,
we
these
wouldn't
guys,
much.
they've already been pillaged by the pirates. And it's really odd is that all the loot that you would imagine that should be here is not in here. in this part, because they talked about how much money the pirates were bringing through here and all the items and artifacts and everything. So there must be somewhere else in this building besides these rooms that you've seen. And I'll go through and get rid of all these little doors. And you can
Is
see
that
inside
a holy symbol of Tenebrous?
This symbol on the ground that you recognize actually is, you saw the last time you saw it is when they summoned the Bodak in the Halfling town. That same thing was left over, and when the carnage and when they brought that creature up, and one of the cultists sacrificed himself, and they
so
took the
this
life
is
of a bunch of pirates to do it.
so this is probably a symbol of
This looks like the
Orcus then,
same
most likely.
situation. There's little bloody footprints though, giving away where they went, marching off straight to the south, to the curtains on the south there.
All right.
And
So,
go
all
through the rooms here.
right. So we actually probably want to decide what we want to do next time about the whether we want to basically loot first or deal with prisoners. Since, like, I would immediately send Willie up there to check on the prisoners. So as soon as the fight was over, we would know that they're escaping. And so we probably have to choose between chasing them or looting the room first.
If they need to be chased, Odin would chase them, but we'd have to get past the webs in front of the stairs.
Yeah, Val can just cancel the spell.
Okay, good point. Because it's concentration, that's right.
We actually, I realized after just now, he should have been rolling for every time he got pinged with an attack for it, but we forgot.
He didn't get hit too much. Oh, he got hit once.
Yeah, it's
All
an
right,
easy DC, but. So hey James, could I make a couple of requests for basically spell graphics for some of the spells I use?
Yeah, I should go through. I'll spend some time and set them all up. I have dozens and dozens of pictures, and I'll just set them all up, and you can pick
All right.
through them.
Do you want me to send you like a DM with just like the names of the spells and the effects? So,
Sure.
okay, yeah, I'll get that done before next time.
Fireball effect is
At
sweet.
least it'll remind me to set them all up. I mean, there's 8 different fireball effects in here, so I have lots of pictures. Yeah, I got a little carried away.
From all the different packs you bought?
Exactly. They keep coming with packs.
You know, it's cool. It would be cool to cycle through them. Too.
All right, guys, that was a fun game. I'll see you
Yeah,
guys
definitely.
next
All
time.
right.
See you in a couple
Yeah,
weeks.
yes, sir. Yeah, take it easy.
Okay,
Be
man.
safe.
Yeah.
Most of them don't want to leave.
Yeah, man. I figure they're cultists. They're cultists. They're the reason why they're staying here with the Abbey.
Yeah. The other ones who wanted to leave are the ones who weren't from here.
All right, cool.
Ditch that off of here.
Adam, did you throw the sending stones on the treasure list?